Fine. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outburst of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. Turns out your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes von der Berg. Do I do a good German accent? Von der Berg. I think I do. Okay, this game really likes its load screens, I guess. Hello? Do you get to play the game in this game? No, it doesn't. What do you mean? Where does it say that? Oh, right at the top in bright letters. Ah. Ah, right there in complete bright letters in the middle of the screen. Ah, I see. I see. You do present a good point. But you know what? That does raise a certain philosophical topic. Any button? But which button? What button should I press? That isn't very specific at all. Does it mean I should press the PS4 power button? Do I even have to press a button on the PS4? Could I just press a button on my keyboard? Press one button on my phone? I think I might have to go to the forums for this. Shut up. Oh right, I'm on console, so it looks like dog shit. Great. Thank you, Epic. Thank you. Bastard. This is awkward. That's not where a boat's supposed to be. Oh, I go fishing for those things all the time. They taste great. That doesn't look dangerous at all. Oh, okay. First aid kit and a brick. You know, I can't really think of anything else I could use in a situation like this. Especially the brick. Pretty much just an all-purpose tool, really. Get any sort of job done you can imagine. It's not creepy. Don't be a baby. This isn't scary. This is a baby game. I could have played this back in 4th grade. I guess you can't really be a baby considering your number's about to go up. Wait a second, you just get a gun right off the bat in this game? Yo, this game's awesome. I have a gun. Look at this gun. Oh no. Oh god, no! No, wait! It's gonna shoot me! Nope, game's over. I'm dead. Wait, let me pick up the gun. What the fuck? Pick up the gun! What do you mean? Why can't I pick up the gun? Oh, what's this?
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Okay, great. Yeah, I got the gun. Let's go. Only 6 bullets, though. Johannes de Ven... Fuck, is that wrong? Johannes van den Berg. Oh, this is the letter I got in the load screen. Folding camera. Okay, we gotta go to the options menu. No, go to options, settings, video. Oh god, I can't adjust the graphics or anything. That's unfortunate. I really wish I played this on PC, except I can't because it didn't release on PC. I don't understand why you'd only release a game on PS4 and Xbox like that. That's kinda lame. Guess we'll just basically max out this camera sensitivity. I'm maxed out, it's still so fucking slow. Look at this, I'm going max, this is max speed. What the hell? Oil springs. Can I touch that? Hello? Interact. Okay.
Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Never trust a tourist advertisement, remember that? You can't touch anything. Alright, pop quiz. What can you never trust? Pop quiz.
Now get out! Now get out!
Oh, you don't have to be such a dick about it, dude. Jeez.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van den Berg.
Oh, what?
At your service.
Bullshit.
I did promise to
totally
meet you the
Johannes.
moment you arrived.
This guy doesn't even know how to pronounce his own
Mr.
name.
Vandenberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes.
Johannes,
But
yes.
where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour.
Yeah,
Though
Oakmont,
it
Massachusetts.
is
I've been
its
there
most
before. It's a nice
important.
place. Only a handful of murders a year. Nice suit. Okay, we can talk about the big issues I'm having, we can talk about the big problem with the city, or we can talk about this dude's suit. I think this makes the most sense.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's
I
style.
really think that
I
contributed to the
take it you're
story.
a big fan of yellow.
Ah,
Well,
he's
I
a
have a
fan of
particular
we're
weakness
learning.
for it.
This
Call
is
it a
progress, right? This
personal
is
quirk.
detective work. We're gaining knowledge.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now
There's no
the city
Cthulhu
is
here,
cut
it's
off
just
from the
global warming.
mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you.
Oh, thank you for feathering
There's a room
my
in your
nest.
name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
One second, I have to...
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you. We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
It's like a pretty big world. For a detective game, at least. Cool. That's pretty nice. What do you think?
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Someone should probably get a broom or something. Just dump up. Uh-oh.
I don't care about your petty excuses.
What the
No
fuck
one
is
leaves
this
the
guy?
port until my son is found, and
Look at this
that is
dude.
fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not
Dude is
interested.
literally straight out of
Go
fucking
away.
Planet of
My
the
name's
Apes. What the
Charles
hell?
Reed. I'm a private investigator. Just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
I think we could be polite and just not comment on his look. Or we could just straight up ask about it right away before anything
forgive
else,
the
like a
question,
complete dick.
I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these
There's way too much
exquisite
space between his
features.
lip and his nose. Like, what the fuck?
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this
Fish-faced
city since the police
freaks.
burned
Yeah, okay.
Innsmouth to the
Okay,
ground.
man, you keep...
No.
I don't think you should be the
Those
kind of guy to
filthy
throw out
migrants
insults like
occupy
that.
half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Well. This game is well.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
I'm a finest detective in all the lands. I'll find this kid, no problem. Oh god, he's gonna be a
As much as
monkey
I'm
too.
enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Where? Hello? What? 31st through the 4th. Ah, what the hell is this? Gonna go to my hotel. Screw this guy. Get me over to my hotel. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Screw this game.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Bro, I just want to go to my fucking... I want to go to fucking sleep, dude. Chill. What a dick. I don't think I can leave yet. Nah. Nice try, Mr. Throgmorton. Think you can keep me from my hotel, you fucking dick? Nah. My hotel. Okay, you know what? Maybe you can keep me from my hotel. But you know what? I didn't even really want to go there anyways. I was just joking. So joke's on you, idiot. No, we can't. He's gonna ask me for money, that's no bueno.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Ooh, a grill.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare...
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
I'm such a polite person, I just shine the flashlight in the face of everybody I meet.
What's your problem?
What's your problem?
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I want to get the fuck out of here.
You want a drink?
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer.
Alright, how much?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you will.
I only have 6 bullets, girl. You got a problem with newcomers, Stevie? Is that what you're saying? You're against newcomers? My stuff now, dipshit. Oh, doesn't that look appetizing?
What the... Get the... Oh...
Get some tunes going? Come on.
The door won't budge.
found a way to sneak past. Oh no, it doesn't go anywhere.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I've said everything I know.
Spoopy house. Wouldn't you love to live here? Oh my god. That's perfect.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Nice. How do I use my camera?
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, Detective, sir. Tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... okay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream. My head... I still hear those voices.
The voices! What's up, Paul?
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
You see that?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Someone jumped and crashed into those boxes.
Choo choo.
Very professional of you, Mr. Reed.
Five cards short of a full house.
Go down that way. What a great staircase they've built here, wouldn't you agree?
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Here is
Seems
so
like Prohibition
foggy.
hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
I wouldn't say masterful, but alright.
Glenna, Nechri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulena, Haftin.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
It's a vision.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
Take this, ape thing. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
I have to combine the clues. For a master detective such as myself, this should be easy.
Head. Still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find.
Ugh. Gotta get my sanity bar to go back up. No, I never went in here.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Ew.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
is weird.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
This is creepy. It's draining my sanity bar, the blue bar. Slowly, but...
There's something in the pocket.
Uh-oh.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far. The door won't budge.
What kind of fucking staircase is this? It just leads into a wall. Excuse me? Amazing design.
won't budge. The door won't budge.
There goes my brick.
Door won't budge. The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Gotta remember to take lots of pictures.
The door won't budge.
Okay, then. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Ew. What the fuck is that thing? Ew. Ah! Fuck, I didn't get to take a picture of it, damn it.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
This guy's not gonna comment on this thing at all? Like... What? You're slow.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true.
Are we pissed off
No,
Gorilla Grodd here?
No. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
I should investigate more.
Now get out!
This is where I
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oh, I'm supposed to take a picture of this. Key evidence collected, but not all evidence collected. I have to be a very thorough detective here. It's a very serious case.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is it?
Oh, okay. That was gross. Oh, I took damage. Crap.
I've said everything I know.
Have you really now?
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Says there's still some sort of evidence around here. Must have missed something. We can just go ahead and pretend this isn't the most disgusting building in the world.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
There we go. I like it so far. What do you think?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Yeah, you're just making that up.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Click, click, clack.
I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Bye. I'd like you to tell my...
Splendid.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
What a scam.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome.
Have my gun ready.
What the? Get them! Oh.
Chess, let's play.
The door won't budge.
Open up! Yeah. That's this dickweed, alright.
What the? Get them! Oh.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
So he is here. He's in the locked room upstairs.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
Ben. No.
Bye.
You want a drink?
Hey, who are you?
What
are you
the
doing?
fuck?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender.
Gorillas versus
It was all that crazy
fish.
ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
This is weird.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that
Look at his
damn
teeth.
ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
See, I believe him. But I need this man, Thorgmorton's help.
You want a drink?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas. This was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress.
Useless police.
Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened? defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
That's a lot of good.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I'm a little worried about what I did. I told the bartender the truth, which was stupid of me. That might bite me in the ass later on.
Hey, knock it off! You want a drink?
That might have cucked me. Let's see if he's still in here.
The door won't budge.
You want a drink?
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground.
Hey, cops cleared out. Let's go. It's a big place. Uh-oh. My hat, no! Guess I got to my hotel. Yeah, basically in my dreams every night. What? I was joking, what?
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brother.
Be back in a second. Yeah, hello?